Okay, I've gone ahead and painted his neckerchief. This is Moroccan red up here. I painted his vest, waistcoat. This is not, although it looks black, it's not black. It's a mixture of black. That's what this big pool of mess is over here. It's a mixture of black and, not that one. Black and, where'd that color go? There it is. Black and chocolate cherry, which is, it's a real pretty color, but it's, I hope you can see that.
Which? Oh. Yeah.
It's a pretty color. It's kind of a brownish purple, but it's a transparent color mostly, and it just doesn't look good when you put it on wood. So I put a little black with it. Actually, it looks like a lot of black with it, but it's not. It's about equal, and that gives it just an off color, which I think looks nice. Now, this is the final coat on here. This is just the undercoat up here. And on the back, I've went and I've painted this green. I know it looks absolutely terrible, terrible color, but it's not going to be the final color. I painted that color with leaf green, which is a good base color, and it's also opaque, or it covers the wood. And I'm going to come back over the top of it with, this is phthalo green, which is a transparent color, which will really be the basis for the final color. But again, this is opaque and this is transparent. This doesn't look good when you paint it directly on wood, so it needs an undercoat so you can get the full benefit of what the color looks like. But also, while we're doing this, we're going to spiff up these colors a little because it's kind of dead looking and we want it to look nice and sharp. So, to do that, let's start with the green first, I think. So I'm going to squeeze out a little green here. Not going to take much. You can see it's a real dark green. And I'm going to get my interference green here. This is in a Liquitex color. It's acrylic, so it mixes well with these. And what this is, doesn't look green, but it is. It has green in it. It gives the colors an iridescence. So I'm going to squeeze a little out like that. Doesn't take much. I like a silk back on my waistcoats. I'm going to set that back over there. And we'll mix these two colors together. You can see it really has a dramatic effect on these colors. I wonder what happened to Judy and I. We took off on vacation a couple weeks ago. Whoa, that's nice. And went up to Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons and Grand Canyon. We were all over the place. Zion National Park. Drove almost 4,000 miles. And it was sure fun and enjoyable. The brush doesn't hold its shape. It's going to need a good cleaning here. When you make a little mistake like that right there, get the brush cleaned out. I'll just use a new brush here. Wipe it away. Have to work pretty fast before it gets a chance to dry. There you go. Armpits work great for
drying out your brush. Make sure you've got a whole
shirt on though. Now a lot of this detail here is going to be hidden underneath the hat when we put it back on the figure. But we'll know it's there. Starting my timer. This bottom edge here. After this project's done, we hope to start a completely new form of making videos, which if it works out the way I hope it does, it's going to really be slick. So yeah, my brush is parted there. When a brush gets like that, it won't hold shape anymore and you can't clean it out and get it back to shape. Best thing to do is just get rid of it and find you another brush. Because there's no hope for it. Okay, so we got that and that looks a lot better. So now we're going to come back in here with some straight color back in there. And again, this is all going to be underneath the hat, so it probably won't even show. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, I'm going to dry this out and then we'll come back. Alrighty, so now on our neckerchief we're going to do the same thing. Now this is rich copper. Rich copper. It's also an iridescent color. There you go, see that? Pretty. So I'm going to squeeze out a little bit of that. Okay. On my brush. And we're going to mix it with the red. Stuff is really thick. You couldn't paint, I really don't think you could do a very good job painting with it straight, you know, straight copper color. It just would not look good, and it would be very hard to paint. But mixing it with another color helps it out. And by undercoating it, like we have here, it lets it really shine through. It just gives it a little sheen, which really makes it look good. take care of those slops when you see them happen. The optometrist said I had a couple of cataracts growings, which when I get in here and start painting close up, that's why I take my glasses off. It really does bug me. But anyway, you can see the difference this iridescent paint has on your color. It just looks so much better. So I'm going to go ahead and finish painting this red, and then we'll come back and do the last thing for this figure. Okay, got that neckerchief. See the difference? Doesn't that look slick? Just gives it so much more life than before. Same on the back. So now for the final thing, I've got me some silver paint here, just silver. It's going to take me a drop, maybe two. I'm going to find my liner in here. I have a very fine liner brush right here. Now this is a liner brush. I think I've showed you these before. Put some water on it. They hold a lot of paint, and they paint a very fine line. Now I've got my silver down here. I'm going to thin it out a lot. So I get a real fine line, and what we're going to do is we're going to stripe this vest. Just like that. See that real fine line? You don't want a big thick line. You just want a real thin line, just enough to show up. Like that. On this side here, I'm going to draw one down here. I'm going to go right over the top of my buttons. Just like that. That. And these I'm going to have to work up the other direction. They don't have to be perfect. And I'm not saying that because mine go off kilter there every once in a while. But they do certainly do make your clothing look so much better. Just gives it that period look. Which, just that little extra step just sets your carvings off from others. Just that much more. See there? Doesn't that look slick? Just looks slick. So, I painted his buttons white, I painted his belt brown. I've got a copper tab over here I'm going to put in here for the end of his belt buckle, and I'll put a little fastener right there for that. And then that'll be just about do it for him, except for the assemblage and the varnishing. And we'll do that in the last video. So until then, I'll finish painting his vest and talk to you later.